Good morning. Today is October 18th, and I'm going to talk through the DraftKings and Fanduel slates for Week 8. This is I don't know. It's a pretty good slate. We have a couple games in the 60s, and I really like these two games. I think the Washington Michigan's game's kind of fun. So let's break it down, and there's not too many games either. So let's do 20 lineups. We can do two uniques, and let's see what we get to start with. So first thing I'll do is I'll run, I'll do like 99%. Let's see what we get a lot of. And then I usually drop down to like 50%. And then I can work on rules also. Okay, so a lot of Haynes King, fine. I think he's the top. He's expensive. Well, he's the quarterback one in terms of pricing on FanDuel, but I think he's a pretty solid play on both sites. So is Hoover. They'll probably be the two of the popular quarterbacks. At running back, Adam Randall's going to be pretty popular, and Ruben Owens will be really popular because he's the starting running back now with Le'Veon Moss maybe out for the season. I like Cam Dickey more than our projections, so that's somebody I'll boost. And then Satanga remains really cheap. McAllister's in play. I don't know. I can do my Ohio State monologue now, but it's just so hard with. You have to keep in mind that Ohio State's preserving itself for another time in the national championship game. So the guys aren't getting, like, especially a running back, they're not getting a full share of work. And what's underrated, and people don't talk about this, is how selfless they are. Another big thing, it's not good when the defense is so strong that the opponent team totals only about a touchdown, because you want these games where the defense is going to be stressed and not able to defend as well. So Ohio State, like a lot of elite teams we've seen over the years with elite defenses, it can really harm the offense in terms of having guys we want for fantasy. Where's Will Hammond? So Will Hammond's gonna start for Texas Tech today. Morden's already been declared out. He's kind of interesting. I think with this price, people aren't gonna go there. Damon Williams is somebody he's just so dangerous that I feel like you need some. So let's see what we get when we get down to 50% of everyone. Okay, so a lot of Hoover and King, a lot of Pavia, which is interesting. Chambliss we always like. I'm fine there. So we are getting some Hammond now. And then so we need to add the guys we like too. Vandy is actually favored today. I don't know. I might be less optimistic on Pavia. I do want Mensa. Yeah. No. I'm not touching Sellers and Simmons. We're projecting Cade Klubnik not to go. He's a game time decision, which is one of the reasons that Randall's popping. Sam Levitt is back. He's really expensive against a very strong Texas Tech defense. So Damon Williams is somebody I like. We're getting some material already. Darian Mensah is somebody I want. Let's see. And I probably want some Reed too. Let's talk some rules. Haynes King, you can run naked. Mensa, I probably want with a receiver or running back from his team. If I'm playing Mensa, I want Haynes King also. So let's. Oh, oops, sorry. Wrong Haynes. Demond I'll take with a receiver or running back. So at running back, we're getting a lot of Owens, Barnes, Cam Dickey, somebody I want a lot of. Lacey's fine. Receiver, I'm gonna try to be underweight on the Ohio State guys, just because they make me nervous. What do we have on Jordan Marshall? That could be another. I want some Jordan Marshall just because it's possible Justice Haynes doesn't go. So I'll take 10%. Then in terms of value at receiver, these are all pretty strong plays. I probably want to spend down at I do like Tyson a lot with the target share he's getting. I think we're in good shape. McAllister's pretty affordable here. Let's see. Let's try this roll. So I'm gonna make this rule where we get one of Trigg, McAllister, or Small, who's a punt. Where's our Sawyer Robertson? Let's do. I want Sawyer Robertson too, more than we're getting. And if I'm getting Robertson, I want Hoover. Let's see how this shakes out with some of the rules we've put in. Here's some rules I've played with. So let's see what we got up. When you make rules, just be patient because the optimizer will go a little slower. Good. So a lot of Hoover still, a lot of Sawyer Robertson. This is just a really strong, like, 3-man. So we're getting all of the guys I want. Good. Then we have a solid grouping of running backs. I'm probably a little higher on this game. We got our Marshall in here. Receiver. We're looking good. I just really like this. Let me check a Barnes projection. I might come down on Barnes a little. I do like Randall a lot here, so I might do Owens is going to be really popular, and I'm okay being in line with the field. Let's see who else we like at running back. Who else is a good value? CJ Donaldson's kind of interesting if you're, because he has multiple TD upside for 4,100. It's just hard. We have less than 5 touchdowns between a number of guys. I think this might be my last run, and then I'll move over to Fanduel. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good. Running back could be kind of chalky, but there's spots to get different at receiver. So this is looking pretty good to me. I think people won't want to pay up to Sawyer Robertson, but I mean, there's so many like. I found like that sometimes when guys are too cheap, people won't fit in the most expensive quarterback, even though they're the most expensive for a reason. Okay, so that's DraftKings. Let's look at Fanduel now. So same kind of thing where let's do a 30% stack boost. Mensa, I want. Who else do we want a rule for? Let's run it first and see who's popping. Let's run it first and see who our standouts are. I do like Will Hammond a lot here. My biggest exposures are probably going to be Hammond, Sorsby, and my guy Haynes King. Mateer's interesting. I do like CJ Carr under 10K. But I did land on a lot of Sorsby. At running back, I like Wisner and Washington a lot. And then Ruben Owens isn't he isn't what he is on DraftKings, but I still think he's a good play. Then there's guys like Shepard and who feels pretty safe. Not an amazing running back slate. So I might go heavier on my guys for running back. Okay, so a lot of Sorsby, not a lot of King. So that will change things. We're pretty heavy on a few running backs, which I'm fine with because I think it's kind of a tight pool for running back. So Sam Jackson, he's the receiver turned quarterback for Oklahoma State. He's at least going to get another start. It's just so hard because the floor is really negative points. So I feel like I can only be comfortable with like 10% because I just don't. I feel like 10% is kind of the likelihood he gets into double-digit points. And the team just around him so bad, so let's do a 50% global max. We'll do 65 for the running backs because I don't like them as much. But we'll add in our stacks. Might just do some Taylon Green. Hoover, I want some of. Carr and Maeva, I want some of. Where's my guy, Maeva? Or Demond. Let's see what we get. And while this is loading, let me give a plug for my guy, Eric Froton. If you search Eric Froton NBC Sports, you'll get a number of these analytical previews with some player props. And he also does a show on Saturday mornings that's really good on Twitter Spaces. So he's somebody I really like. I'm not afraid to call out when somebody else is doing good work in this space. Okay, so a lot of Jeremiah Love. It looks like we're gonna have to. I'll add in some Ruben Owens, even though we don't have the big discount. Love isn't so expensive that he's unattainable. Yeah, so 10% Sam Jackson. Receivers, I might go down to 40% max at receiver. I might make a rule to let's do this. Carter, Virgil, Douglas. I like Carter quite a bit. Max Claire's kind of interesting too. If you're looking for value from Ohio State, I like Caden Lee better than a couple guys that I like that weren't in this pool. Caden Lee and Marsh on Michigan. Yeah, so Sam Jackson, I'll do like 10%. Right? Let's see how the lineups look. Okay, so maybe a little more of Carter than I want, but I can boost that down. Hammond, Sorsby, Mensa, I might boost down a little, but I really like this quarterback pool. Running back, we're pretty tight here, which is good. And then receivers kind of we're a little spread out at receiver, which is good. We got our guys Marsh, Jordan Tyson, I like a lot in the higher end. So yeah, I think we're mostly looking good here. We got some good lineups with Hammond and Carter and I'll probably stack Maeva with Lane or Lemon. But I think we're looking pretty good. Sorry I kept you guys a little long.